Now at 10, the Cat Fanciers Association and the Show Me Cat Club hosted the Southwest Missouri Cat Show in Neosho. Plus, the Joplin Humane Society partnered with the Route 66 Movie Theater for an adoption drive. And Carthage hosted their Muttminster Dog Show today.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Morris Park in Neosho, Missouri held their 8th Easter Egg Extravaganza. Multiple churches and partners in town volunteered their time today to make Easter special for the community. Puppet shows, food, and games were just some of the fun that was at the event. Kids ages 2 through 13 would take turns to hunt eggs and win prizes. And of course, the Easter Bunny was there taking pictures with kids.
Wonderful to see a community come together in unity just for our kids and, for a good day in the park.
But it is a beautiful park. It does our hearts good to see people out enjoying the parks, especially the young kids.
There were no candy inside the plastic eggs, but each child got to take home a box of candy. 770 children registered for the egg hunts. Meteorologist Sam Lane joins us now for a first look at the weather.
And boy, it was a beautiful day to have egg hunts or anything outside. It was just gorgeous out there, and we're going to continue that for at least a little bit longer. Radar right now is all clear, but that's going to be changing as well as we go into Monday. But right now we're watching just some high clouds across the Rocky Mountains that will start to spill into our area tomorrow. But we have to wait for more energy and more moisture out to the west to get a little bit closer to us before we start to see the rain chances increase in our area. So tomorrow, if you're heading out to sunrise services, it looks great. Mostly sunny in the morning, but then partly cloudy by afternoon, and maybe a few showers by later on in the evening, and a better chance of storms late tomorrow night into early Monday. And of course, I'll have more details on that in our forecast coming up in just a little while.
All right, well, thank you, Sam. The Cat Fanciers Association and the Show Me Cat Club hosted the Southwest Missouri Cat Show in Neosho. KOAM's Carrie Worthen was there with front row views of these felines.
Great feel. This is my
120 purebred and household pet cats compete for top cat in different judging rings. Mancoon, Siberians, Persians, Siamese are just a few of the breeds at the cat show.
So we have championship, premiership, kittens, and household pets. So championship is like your breeding cats, your intact cats. Premiership is spayed and neutered cats. Kittens obviously is 4 to 8 months old. And then household pets is any cat can come and show.
Cats Like Feckless is a 1-year-old, 4-month bi-killer Persian cat and is a grand champion title holder.
Well, I've been preparing him since he was like 4 months old, so he's bathed every single week. He's on a very special diet. I feed raw diet. And he's been shown since November, so a lot of handling so that he's used to being here. A lot of loud noises at home so he doesn't get scared.
He's got breadth of chest, he's got phenomenal body, tiny little teeth.
Not only do these cat owners have to prepare for the show, so does the Show Me Cat Club. Setting up for the cat show is not an easy job, but nothing but the best for these felines.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of work. It's just tedious, little detail stuff. All these tables have to be set up and draped, and the cages have to be put together and lined, and because the cats can't be next to each other.
And for some cat owners, it's more than a title.
Like my mom started 7 years before I was born, so I've been coming to shows since I was a baby, literally. So I love to come to cat shows and show off my cats and have everybody ooh and ah over the fluff.
Well, we currently have the number 3 cat in the world. And we've been going all year, so it's just, we do it for fun.
In Neosho, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
There were 37 breeds of cats at the show. No prizes were given out, just points to move on to nationals. The next cat show will be in December. Route 66 Movie Theater and the Joplin Humane Society partnered together today to pair 4 staters up with some furry dog friends. Participants were invited to come watch the new Super Mario Brothers movie alongside several of the Humane Society's most adoptable dogs. The Humane Society also had links and materials for anyone interested in volunteering or donating to their organization.
Starring Yoshi, one of our longest dogs that has been at the Joplin Humane Society. So accumulatively, he's been there for over 365 days now. He's a really sweet pit bull mix. He just loves to love. Like, that's really what the biggest thing I can say about Yoshi is he is the biggest lover.
The Humane Society is currently looking for more families to adopt and more volunteers to help pitch in. Carthage hosted the Mutt-Minster Dog Show and Adoption Fair in Central Park today. The dog show went to benefit the Carthage Humane Society. To enter a dog in the dog show, all you had to do was donate $10 or a supply list item. There were 8 adoptable dogs at the show from the Carthage Humane Society.
This is the Mutt-Minster Dog Show. It's a fundraiser for the Humane Society. It is an adoption fair and supply drive.
Events like this help us with adoptions, really, and getting our name out there. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so getting our name out there is really a big part of our mission.
The Carthage Humane Society is looking for more families to adopt pets. Professionals from the Ozark Center joined Missouri Southern State students today in Webster Hall to discuss suicide prevention and question, persuade, and refer training. This training provides attendees with information on how to talk with someone who may be considering suicide, how to persuade them to make a different choice, and when and how to refer for more professional assistance.
Young adults have lots of stressors as they transition, from middle school to high school to college or technical school, and then out into the workforce. They may have new relationships, they may experience relationship turmoil or a breakup, or they have to then compete for a job.
The new 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline number can be used anywhere in the United States for individuals experiencing suicidal thoughts or tendencies. An Oklahoma police officer is in the hospital after responding to a domestic situation this weekend. The situation is still under investigation.
That Blanchard police officer is expected to be okay. Police tell me he was responding to a domestic situation at this home behind me that ended in a murder-suicide. The Sheriff's Department confirms 2 people were found dead, a married couple identified as Conrad and Ashley Fannenstill. They lived here with 2 young children. The children were not home at the time. Investigators say the woman took out a victim's protective order against her husband about a week ago, but it had yet to be served. According to investigators, the suspect showed up to the home early this morning and someone she knew called 911. A Blanchard police officer and 2 sheriff's deputies went up to the door and were met with gunfire. The officer hit twice in the arm and leg. The deputies returned fire. After 2 hours of the suspect being barricaded inside the home, the OHP TAC team entered where investigators say the woman was found shot to death and the suspect dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Everybody knows everybody out here, and so this is a tragic situation out here, and so they'll be dealing with it for some time to come.
Now the Sheriff's Department tells me the kids are safe tonight with family members. That officer is hospitalized, but again is expected to be okay. This case remains under investigation.
Coming up, people across the nation are getting excited for Easter tomorrow. We'll take a look at one community's festivities in Missouri. Plus, the UConn men's basketball team celebrates after winning the national championship. The Easter Bunny knows where Springfield, Missouri is thanks to some amazing people. Reporter Chad Pline paid a visit to this nonprofit organization to meet them.
On Bennett Street near Scenic, there's a nonprofit with a wealth of satisfied employees.
How long have you been working here?
12 years.
12. How long have you been working here?
25 years.
Why? Why have you worked here so long?
I got a cool boss named Michelle over there.
Cool boss?
The workshop at SWI Industrial Solutions is always hopping busy for the Easter Bunny. These sunny bunny Easter eggs won't fill themselves.
Our whole goal is to provide quality and dignified employment for people with disabilities.
For the past 14 years, they have lined up purple, pink, blue, and yellow eggs, dropped a sweet treat inside, then popped them closed.
What do you like most about working here?
I do like eggs.
Yeah.
I just like the people here, and I just like the work.
I like the tasks.
I like the people the most.
Why?
Because I have a lot of friends to work with.
And the friends at work, almost as important as the work itself. This year, Sunny Bunny sold 12.7 million Easter eggs. These workers have set a record in sales 2 years in a row.
Without the workshop, there'd be people sitting at home watching TV, and the quality of life wouldn't be as much as it is being here.
And friendships that last a lifetime.
Yeah, a lot of friends, and and girlfriend too.
Oh, okay.
She went to break.
Monday's the happiest day here because they are back with their friends, their co-workers, back to work and making a difference. They're making a difference. Friday's the least happy because it's going to be a couple days before they're back with their peers.
In the last 2 years, SWI has grown to include facilities in Marshfield and Monette. They've already got it started on next year's eggs for the Easter Bunny. A championship parade for the UConn men's basketball team happened today in Hartford. The last UConn parade was held for when the UConn women's basketball team won in 2016. Championship parades have traditionally come on Sundays, but this year they put it on Saturday due to the Easter holiday. They relied on donations and business sponsorships to finance it. Organizers said on Friday that the state's business community quickly came through with funding. The money was raised in less than 3 days. The Huskies won their 5th national championship with a 76-59 victory over San Diego State last Monday night. A little later, MSSU and Pitt State face off on the diamond. Brock will have the highlights and more in sports.
And we had a beautiful day across the 4 states, and it's continuing this evening, including Seneca, Missouri at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. You can see the planet Venus there, right there between the buildings, starting to set as we head through the overnight hours. The allergies today were bad, and tomorrow they're going to be worse. 10.6 today, 11.1 tomorrow out of scale of 12. And most of that is ash and maple as well as oak trees starting to produce their pollen. Right now radar is all clear and it's going to stay that way for a little bit longer, but we are watching a storm system on the west coast and the central Rockies that's moving towards us with some moisture, but it's so dry at the surface a lot of this is going to evaporate before it even reaches the ground. So we'll maybe see some virga tomorrow evening, and then we have to wait for a little bit more moisture coming in on Monday, and that's when the rain chances will start to increase just a little bit. Temperatures right now are generally in the 40s and 50s across the area, 49 in Nowata, 47 in Neodesha for some of the cooler readings. Still 62 in Anderson right now, 60 in Neosho. Pick out your hometown. Easterly winds for everyone. Temperature right now in Joplin, we're sitting at 52 degrees, northeast wind at 5. The dew point is 30, the humidity is 43%. And the pressure is pretty high at 30.17. Right now it's calm in Pittsburgh with a temperature of 46 degrees and the dew point is 36, so the humidity is a little bit higher at 68%. Now, if you're heading out to sunrise services tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. Mostly fair skies across the entire area, but as we head through the afternoon, we'll start to see some high clouds moving in from the west, and we'll also start to see some showers developing in our western sections. And by tomorrow evening, those showers will start to move into our area and then become a little bit more widespread as we go into Monday morning with scattered showers here and there across the area. Breaking it down for you by the numbers, tomorrow morning we're looking at around 41 degrees at 7 o'clock with easterly winds, and then as we head into the noontime hour, 61 degrees with mostly fair skies, clouds starting to increase, and then by evening, 69 degrees at 4 o'clock with those partly to mostly cloudy skies. Rainfall amounts are generally going to be around a tenth or less, maybe an isolated 2/10 like up at Garnett. The heaviest precipitation, if you want to call it heavy, will be in southeastern Kansas, and these folks desperately need the rainfall as the drought is still continuing for southeastern Kansas. Tonight, we're going to see lows in the 40s with east to southeasterly winds. Then tomorrow, increasing clouds, but we should still see temperatures in the upper 60s to around 70 degrees. Then we'll start to see the showers moving into our area overnight into Monday, and by Monday morning, lows in the upper 40s to around 50 degrees. And then Monday afternoon, might see some scattered storms here and there, especially up towards the north, with highs in the upper 60s to around 70. And then Monday night into Tuesday morning, we'll see mostly fair skies with temperatures right around 50 degrees. Over the next 7 days, it's going to become dry again once we get past this little weak system that comes through tomorrow night into Monday morning. As you can see there on the forecast, dry all the way till next weekend, with temperatures getting close to 80 on Friday, and then a better chance of storms on Saturday and Sunday. And some of those storms could be strong or severe, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as we are in tornado season right now. And then Monday and Tuesday, cooler, but still pretty nice at 68 and 65.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to keep that Kleenex on me. My nose is starting to bother me.
It's pretty bad this year. Lots of pollens are coming out all at the same time. So keep the Kleenex handy.
All righty. Well, thank you, Sam. Coming up in sports, Missouri Southern Baseball tries to avoid being swept by Central Missouri in their series finale. Plus, there was plenty of action in softball this afternoon. Pittsburgh State faced off against Missouri Southern. Brock has the highlights from that game coming up.
The Missouri Southern Lions and the Pitt State Gorillas meet for the first time this season. The Lions come into today on an 8-game win streak. The rival Pitt State comes into the Joplin looking to snap that streak. In Joplin, Missouri, Game 1 of the doubleheader between Pitt State and Missouri Southern. Bottom of the first, no score. Grace Topai hits this one up the middle into center field. Emily Perry will score. Southern strikes first, it's 1-0. Later in the inning, Kara Amos. She will go opposite field, down the right field line. That stays fair. Lions go up 2-0. Bottom of the fourth now, same score. Emily Perry, swing in the drive, deep center field, and see ya. It's a 3-run home run. Perry's fired up. Lions extend their lead 5-0. To the top of the sixth, Southern leads 5-1. Pitt State showing some fight. Paxton Hayes pops this one up to left field. That will be a sac fly. Heather Arnett will score. It's now 5-2. Gorillas within reach. Top of the seventh, 8-3 Southern leads. Last chance for the Gorillas. Arnett grounds out. Missouri Southern wraps this one up, wins Game 1 of their doubleheader 8-3 over Pitt State. In Game 2 of the doubleheader, it was a wildly entertaining game. Missouri Southern sweeps Pitt State, winning Game 2 4-3. Pitt State started off on a 3-0 lead in this game. Paxton Hayes had a 2-run home run in the first inning for the Gorillas. Emily Perry, what a day she had. She homered in Game 1 and Game 2. 2-run homer in this one. And this game would go into extra innings. And the play that decided it all, Grace Topai was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Lions walk it off. Missouri Southern has now won 10 straight games. Well, the Missouri Southern Lions baseball team has been on an absolute tear this season, but as of recently, they've struggled against Central Missouri. Losing the first 2 games of the series, the Lions tried to avoid the sweep. They wanted to stay at the top of the MIAA standings. In Warner Turner Field, busy day in Joplin. Softball and baseball both hosting games. Lions and Mules go head-to-head, a lot on the line this afternoon. Top of the third, no score. John Prudhomme hits this a ton to center field, but Drew Davis is there to make a great catch at the fence. It's a sac fly, 1-0 Central Missouri. To the bottom of the third now, Matt Miller at the plate. Miller will pop this one straight up. Infield fly with the runner on, a little frustrating. Southern held scoreless in the first 4 innings. Miller gets a second opportunity, bottom of the fifth, and he doesn't miss this one. See you later. Lions take their first lead. It's a 2-1 game now. Miller's first of his 2 home runs hit today. Bottom of the ninth, 3-2 Lions lead. Chopper to third, and that is ball game. Southern beats Central Missouri 3-2 as they avoid the sweep. And the Pitt State Gorillas are on the road in Claremore, Oklahoma this weekend up against Rogers State. Gorillas win the series finale 8-4. Jake Rauberger had 2 hits today, one of those being a home run as well as 3 RBIs. The Gorillas will be back home for the first time in the month in Pittsburgh, and they take on Emporia State this Tuesday. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Kansas City Royals are both on the road for the first time this season. Both teams are off the slow starts, but there's plenty of games left in the MLB season. Cardinals tried to snap that 4-game losing streak, and they did just that. St. Louis shuts out the Brewers 6-0. Nolan Arenado, no surprise here, he does what he does. He goes 2 for 3, the 2-run home run, 3 RBIs, plus the 20-year-old prodigy Jordan Walker also goes 2 for 3. He had his second MLB career home run. He finishes with 2 RBIs. The series finale between the Redbirds and the Brew Crews tomorrow at 1 p.m. And the Royals and Giants, nothing better than a day game at Oracle Park. Bottom of the fourth, no score. Lamont Wade Jr. deep to right center field, splash into McCovey Cove. Giants lead 1-0. They would be up 4-0 at one point in this game, but here come the Royals. 8th inning, down 5-2. Salvador Perez, adios. 3-run home run. This game is now tied. Bottom of the 8th. Taylor Clark on the mound. Jam with the bases loaded. He strikes out Blake Sable, pumping his chest. Game remains tied at 5. 9th inning, same score. Camelia Doval throws a wild pitch, and here comes Nate Eden. Head first dive. Game on the line. He is safe. Royals hang on to win a thriller to beat the Giants 6-5. And that will be it with sports. We'll be back right after this.
All righty. Well, it looks like we've reached the end of the show.
Yep.
How about a quick old weather wrap?
Well, it looks like it's going to be great for in the morning, especially for sunrise services. Temperatures in the lower 40s, so a little bit cool, but 61 by lunchtime for the Easter egg hunts, and then 69 by 4 o'clock with increasing clouds. Showers may start to move in late tomorrow night into Monday, but then it turns dry again Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with temperatures getting close to 80, and then more storms next weekend. And some of those storms could be strong or severe, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. And of course, let you know if there's going to be any alert days with that. But right now, we're just monitoring it very closely.
Well, sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Brock?
Missouri Southern, Matt Miller, his 50th home run of his career today. Hard enough to do that in Major League Baseball, but to do that in college is even more impressive when you don't have a 162-game season.
Right.
Heck yeah. Well, there you go. That's some impressive stuff. Looks like a good week ahead of us, for sure.
A great week ahead of us.
All righty. Well, thanks for joining us. That's our time for now. Once again, thank you for making us a part of your night.